All right, so if you're running a router system on a Write CNC table, let's go ahead and walk through a couple of the changes you make between Plasma and router. The Plasma cutter has a touch-off sequence. The router does not. It would be sort of silly if the router system had a touch-off sequence, because it would just continually dive into the material as it bores down, and that would be an issue. One way that we make sure that the touch-off switch doesn't happen, or the floating head operation doesn't happen, is we go to Options, Machine Options, Post-Processor. Post-Processor tells the machine to run the code for the touch-off sequence, the G31, G92 codes. We don't want that to occur in the router, so we have something called a non-float processor. And this allows us to run the machine, run the router without having it dive into the material. One of the things that you have to consider with a non-float system is if you try to use a router system, there is something called the M05, M03 code. That's the on and off code for your spindle or for your plasma cutter. It tells the plasma, hey, I'm on, hey, I'm off. Part of the problem that can occur with that is in a router-based system, we don't have M03 or M05 because that router is constantly spinning. And if you're seeing that your system will manually fire when hitting F5, but it won't fire when you're using your actual program, it means that SheetCam is just trying to run a code or a system that isn't designed for Plasma. And we want to make sure that we do have the Write CNC Pro Kit updated. Now this is the 12.17 update. We are releasing more updates, so you'll see that update number change. However, it is going to be the Write CNC Pro Kit post-processor that you'll be using in the system. So make sure that it's set to this, and it says specifically Write CNC Plasma Cutting Tables, so that when you're doing this, you hit OK, and now your processor is going to give you those M03, M05 codes that fire your plasma cutter, as well as give you that touch-off sequence that allows you to detect the height of the material between cuts. So make sure you have that processor put in. Unless, of course, you're running a router, then use the non-float processor, as it's designed to handle that kind of motion. In any case, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.